What's going on, folks? Josh here from DSC. I'm here in the place to be. I'm here at IKEA. Today is the 9th, I think January 9th, 2019. I'm here getting some work done. Flip this around. I don't know if that's backwards or not, but for the past couple of days, I've been really diving in, sort of like building my spiritual life. Now, I grew up Christian. I'm not a Christian anymore. But I've always been spiritual. I know that I know enough to know that I don't know everything, and I also know enough to know that there's probably, you know, not just like one God in the sky, sort of like dictating everything that goes on. So I guess I'm having sort of, or have been having sort of like a um, spiritual sort of like rebirth, right? Of now that I don't have that label of like Christian, I sort of been, digging more into deeper into like philosophy and like Taoism and different things, religions and philosophies that I was like sort of like shunned from, that I had to like stay away from. Now I'm sort of investigating. I'm seeing like the similarities, seeing things that I agree with, things that I have a different perspective about. But it's interesting, and it's quite fulfilling too. So lately, I've been digging into the Tao. Been reading the Tao here and there for maybe a couple of years now. But I'm really, for 2019, trying to focus on two parts of my life that I think will have a trickle effect with the rest of my life, and that's me really focusing on my fitness journey as far as martial arts, and also um, my mental and spiritual and philosophical journey. I feel like these will be like the best foundations to build, and if I can be successful with these two parts of my life, everything else will take care of itself. And when things start to happen, financially or different parts, different things that I want to attract in my life, when those things do manifest in my life, I actually be happy and fulfilled and sort of like have the right perspective with those things, as opposed to like looking for those things for like some sort of like closure or some sort of fulfillment. But yeah, the Tao has been um pretty. I really like the Tao. Put it like that. I like Taoism. I like how it's not really a religion. It's more of a frame of mind, a way to look at things. I like how it sort of has more perspective that like everything is nature, instead of like us controlling nature. Is more like we are a part of a part of nature, instead of like farmers of nature. So I subscribe to a couple of books, a couple of like the Daily Stoic, some other like spiritual daily email sort of like subscription services. And the Daily Stoic, they sent it's like the Stoic day number 3, the Stoic journey, journal, something like that. And one of the quotes that they sent me today was from Seneca, and it says, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." I'll say that again. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. And that really resonated with me. And I think you can see, if you're open-minded enough, you can sort of like off the bat see that like there's a lot of truth to that. I guess another way of saying that is, everything is relative. And as I've been on my entrepreneurial journey, I've had a lot of mental struggles. Nothing serious, like life-threatening or anything, but I had some lows. I hit a few highs. I definitely hit some lows. I was talking about low with my buddy the other day, just about when. In fact, I won't get into it now, but there was a time when I was like damn near close to homeless, or at least felt that way. And it was maybe like a 6-month span of just bullshit, man. And but I got over that, and even that situation sort of helped me sort of like put everything in perspective. Also, I've been looking at the Tao, but I've also, as I mentioned, been looking at Stoicism too. Stoicism is more of like I don't want to say a realistic approach where it's like everything is negative, but I think it forces you to sort of like toughen your skin, toughen your resolve, sort of look at things I sort of like avoid looking at things with this sort of cookie cutter, everything is flowery, everything is like beautiful type of lens, and it's sort of like I feel like it's a very grounded philosophy. So, I'm using these different philosophies in tandem, using them collectively to sort of create my own filter of life, if you will. But that's pretty much it. I wanted to share that with you. Again, the quote is, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." If that resonates with you, go ahead and let me know why. If you have a quote similar to this or another way of saying this, go ahead and leave that in the comments as well. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.